Hey guys, this is Heretic, and in this video, I'm going to go over the Alliance Conquest event in King of Avalon. In this event, you compete against different kingdoms with the ultimate goal to mine and protect more ore than all the others. This is a 24-hour event, so in the end, it's more about which alliance is more active over the full 24 hours than it is about who has the biggest castle and the best stats. To get started, I've kind of broken this up into 4 different phases. One of them is signing up. Only the top 10 most powerful alliances in your kingdom can participate. For this event, if your alliance is powerful but not super active, I recommend having friends join up from the sub top 10 alliances. This will help with your overall odds of winning. The second thing is matchmaking. In this phase, I recommend that just before the phase begins, have everybody switch to their farm gear and lower their power as much as possible. Also, I would say if you could have some of your inactive players or players that won't be on during the event, kind of move to your farm alliance or to a friendly alliance for the duration of the event. This will help you out overall. The data I have on this is completely anecdotal, but it seems like the pairing puts a heavy emphasis on power. Alright, the third phase is pre-planning. So after the matchmaking ends, you have about 12 hours before the event actually begins. During this time, you can click on the Ultimate Alliance Conquest icon on the left-hand side. And within there, you see each of the alliances. Use the drop-downs to look at the Clarion ore and that each of the buildings has. And you can click the chords there, and it'll take you to that hive on that server. And you can look around that hive at the different castles that are there to kind of scope out your opponents. You can also, of course, you can click any one of them, look at their profile. From there, look at their alliance and just kind of drill through and look at everybody in the alliance. And this will kind of give you an idea of what you're up against, right? And this is the easy way. All right, so the fourth phase is the beginning of the event. And this is kind of a no-brainer, right? The alliance that jumps out to the big lead at the beginning is usually the alliance that wins. I've been in an alliance that's made a comeback. It's been really hard once you're down by quite a bit. So as a strategy, what I suggest is go ahead and start with the weakest of your opponents. First send your bigs there. And it kind of depends on the makeup of your alliance. If you have a couple different high-level, strong players, have a team with one of the strong players just on defense and have another team with everybody else on offense, right? Your overall defensive team should be a lot smaller than your overall offensive team to begin, right? It's really important. That's just at the beginning. All right, so send your offensive players to the weakest of your opponents. Have the bigs knock out, just clear out anybody that's garrisoning the buildings. And then have all of your smalls go in and mine, right? While your bigs are knocking out, killing anybody else that's there in that hive. Once you get the ore down to a significant level, I would say 50k, let's say, as a line. It may be different for you. Go ahead and don't be shy about moving to the next kingdom and just rinse and repeat this all the way through, right? Once you do get a big lead, things can change, right? At that point, you want to focus on the strongest opponent, the one that's in second place, right? And you want to do the same thing. You want to leave your bigs, you want to leave a team defending, and you want to leave a team on offense. Now, what we would typically do, and what we did in this event that I'll show you just in a minute, we built up a big enough lead that when our strongest players had to get some sleep, they slept through the night and we won in the end, right? We had a big enough lead that no matter how much ore over 6-7 hours the other alliances were able to mine, there's no way they could catch them. So let's start by going through the event center, and here you can actually see the different points and the amounts of ore that each of the alliances that are competing have. The important thing to note is this little, 338 per 60 seconds. That's really important as you go. Click individual awards and you'll see this. Everybody will get those. It's pretty easy. You can see the points by clicking the individual points in the bottom right. Click the gift box on the top right. And over here you can see the awards that each of the alliances get depending on their rank in the end. The alliance leaders can hand these out at the end to the alliance members. I like to make sure that the best gifts go to the people that actually don't spend a lot. You know, within here there's a goofy story you can read, and you can look at these rules for limited information. Alright, let's go ahead and look. You know, here I am. I'm in the PYC. Alright, and scout it. Let's check that scout report. It's alright, I'm just going to go ahead and take it. Go ahead and go to kind of my offensive. I want to have a little bit more infantry on this because I'm actually hitting players. Alright, go ahead and march. One thing to note here is that it has 217,877 defending ore. Kind of interesting. These guys decided it's probably smart to bug out as I'm coming in. In this particular alliance, there's only one other 35 and above, so I wasn't really too worried. I've been fighting on and off with him throughout the day, and I think he may be sleeping or taking a quick break. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this tower. Notice it has 218,000 ore. That's quite a bit. You'll see why that's important here. Go to ore storage, click the details, and you can see the buffs. So the alliance that is defending has 100% on their troop health, attack, and defense. But look at what the plunderers have, close to 400. Let's look at the battle report. And here you can see there's quite a big difference in stats. Alright, if you have any questions, leave your comments in the comments field underneath the video.